This chair yoga practice is for all of us. We sit a lot during our day. We can use some of these stretches to allow us to open up our upper chest and to feel a little bit more energized. So find a chair and let's begin. The chair I'm using is not an upholstered chair. It's very solid, as you can see, with a straight back. And I'm sitting forward on the chair seat. So as we do these postures, sit forward and make sure that you have a nice solid foundation so that you can sit tall. We'll begin by placing our feet hip distance apart. With your feet sit bone distance apart, place your hands right above your knees and just find for you like what feels like a full circumference of the sit bones. You're just moving in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction just to find a solid foundation. Now move in the opposite direction. Again, you're just kind of moving all the way to the right, forward, to the side, and back, just to establish a good foundation for your pelvis. Come back to the very center. Now let's do a similar action with our neck. Draw your chin forward, draw your right ear toward your right shoulder, and your head back and left ear to left shoulder and chin forward. Now move in the other direction. So you draw to a nice circle here. Now bring your head back to the center of that movement. So now we've established a steady foundation with the sit bones on the forward part of the chair, slightly forward. And we've worked the neck. Now let's work the space between the neck and the sit bones. We'll work the full length of the spine. So just take the hands right at your knees and draw your heart forward. Look up. Exhale. Draw from your navel back to your spine and round. This cat-cow action we're doing. As you inhale, lift your chest. This would be the cow shape of your back. And exhale and draw again, navel back to the spine. One more time. Inhale, draw your heart forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your gaze down toward your navel. And inhale, lift up. Cat cow is a really nice way to start your practice. Another traditional way to start the practice is in sun salutes. Sun salutations. In sun salutations on the chair, we'll modify it. Let's start with the hands in prayer position. As you press your hands very firmly, draw your chest toward your hands, and exhale, release your hands down. With your fingers spread, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, draw your hands down to your shin bones. Just let them slide toward the ankles. And inhale, lift up slightly. Exhale, slide down a little bit more. Inhale, lift up. One more time. Exhale, just slide them down. And inhale, lift your hands up. Turn your palms up toward the sky so you're externally rotating the upper arms to take your arms up and in a prayer position so they come right in front of your heart. Breathe in through the nose Breathe out through the nose. And during our chair yoga practice, try to repeat that to yourself. In through the nose, out through the nose. So often we forget and we hold our breath, or we're breathing in through the mouth. And for this, just to calibrate the breath to more fullness, we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, and release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Reach up and reach back. Keep your fingers spread. Exhale. Lower yourself down to take your hands at your shins. We'll just do this one cycle. Inhale, you'll lift up and open the chest nicely. Exhale, you draw down a little bit deeper. Inhale, spread your wings. Have your palms lifting up, baby fingers a little bit higher than the thumbs as you reach up and slightly back. Exhale, place your hands right in front of your heart. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. You can release your hands, step your feet nice and wide apart. You can heel toe your feet out. Have your right knee bent, straighten your left leg. Inhale, lift your arms up. Take your gaze out over your extended right hand. Just get this nice fullness to the breath. Keep your back leg really strong, almost like you're pulling your feet in toward each other as if you're going to lift yourself off the chair. You get a feeling of engagement in the legs, and release your hands down. Take your feet nice and wide apart. In the same way that we just did, we'll do cat-cow, but now with a wide stance with your hands right above the knees. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, and draw your gaze in. Two more. Inhale, open the chest nicely. Lift your gaze up. Exhale, look in toward the chest. One more time. Inhale, open up in this cow version. Exhale, cat, as you draw the gaze in. Inhale, come forward on your sit bones and move your feet out so that your left knee is right over your left ankle. You've got this nice elongation from the pelvis to the knee. From there, extend your hands and take your gaze out over your extended left hand. As you open the chest nicely, keep the fingers spread. Engage your feet. Again, you're pressing the feet down. You're pulling the feet in toward each other so you can feel a nice toning engagement to the inner thigh muscles. And exhale, release your hands. Have your feet nice and wide apart and parallel again with your hands right at your kneecaps. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, again, get the back body really full. Inhale, this cow version as you lift your gaze up, opening the chest. Exhale as you draw your navel back to the spine. Keep your breath very full and bright. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, same thing. Look inward. And once again, step your feet nice and wide apart. To lengthen through the side body, we'll take our right forearm down with the right palm turning up. Reach your left arm up and over your head. So you get this nice fullness. Once again, engage the legs by pressing into the feet and pulling them in toward one another. Let your breath help you get this nice fullness to the chest as you reach your arm over, root down through the back leg to inhale and lift yourself up. Release your hands and turn so that the back leg, the right leg, is very firmly planted with your right foot in line with your left heel. The arch of the right foot and the left heel line up. Inhale, lift your arms up and take your elbow down with your palm facing up. Take the head of your right arm bone back before reaching your right arm up and over to get this nice elongation of the side body. Keeping that, breathe in very fully, breathe out long. Root down through the back foot to inhale and lift yourself up out of the pose. Exhale, release your hands down. Just so that you can get a slightly different view of this, I'm going to turn my chair. You can keep your chair where it is. As you come to the forward part of your chair seat, you feel those sit bones. You can rock side to side and forward and back so you feel like you're really centered on the sit bones. Now lift up your right leg and just kind of hug the right leg in. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh and just give it a little lift up. Spread your toes so that you get this nice engagement. And release your foot down. Same thing on the left side. So lift your left leg up. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh, just at the belly of the hamstring. Spread your toes. Lift your toes up. Engage really nicely. And exhale, release your foot down. Lift your right leg up again with the fingers interlaced at the back of the thigh. Lift your foot up again and spread your toes as you lift it just a little bit higher. Maybe you can slide your hands a little bit closer to your ankle just to give yourself a little bit more of a stretch to the back of the leg. And exhale, bend your knee and take the foot down. And last time here, lift your leg up. As you lift your left leg up, interlace your fingers and draw the thigh in. Lift your toes up. Lift up a little bit more. Use your breath as you slide your hand toward your ankle. Keep on reaching the interlaced fingers up. Keep a nice engagement to the leg. And exhale, release your foot down. So now we've stretched the back sides of the legs. We've stretched the side body. We've engaged the legs nicely. Let's work on a little bit of twisting action. So we'll be doing a little bit of a twisting action in a variation on sun salutes. Once again, come forward on your sit bones at the front part of the chair. Take the hands right in front of your heart. You honor your practice. You engage very fully in your practice. Inhale and exhale, release your hands. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, draw your hands down toward your shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, take your left arm up. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, take your right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweep both arms up and slightly back. Exhale, place your hands right in front of your heart. Place your hands now to your shoulders. And with your hands at your shoulders, bring your elbows in. See if you can tap your elbows. Inhale, your elbows are going to separate slightly, but reach your elbows up toward the sky. Hands are still on your shoulders. Reach them out as if you're just kind of making a nice circle here. Reach your elbows out so you've got now the shoulder blades hugging in toward each other. So, with the shoulder blades hugging in, reach your arms out. Turn your palms up so you have a nice external rotation of the arms. Reach your right arm down as you stretch your left arm over your head. Inhale, take your arms back, palms facing up. Exhale, reach your left hand down, right hand over your head. Inhale, rise up. As we did before, draw your right knee in and just cross the ankle to the outer left knee. Now, if this is not working for you, you can straighten your left leg and take the right ankle to the outer knee, or you could just take the ankle to the outer shin. Your choice. As you come to the pose, with your foot, right foot engaged, take both hands to the top of your thigh, just by your pant leg crease, and press down, not at your knee, but right at the top of the thigh, and draw your heart forward. Allow your heart to just draw toward the standing left foot. The left leg is engaged nicely. You're allowing the right thigh to draw down. And inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, release your foot. And do the same. Just lift up the opposite leg and allow your foot to come to the outer knee. Again, there are variations. You can go to the straight leg version, or you can come to the ankles crossed. Take your hands again right at the top of the thigh and just give a nice, gentle, easy press down to open the pelvic area. Some of us have sciatic pain, and this posture is especially for that muscle that tends to kind of be very contracted and allow that sciatic nerve so little space to move. So, as you draw your heart down, allow your breath to be very easeful here. You want to soften as you draw down. And come back to lift yourself up and release your foot down. So as we come to work the backs of the legs one more time after a nice hip opener, you can straighten your right leg. And as you straighten the right leg, just hold on to the left kneecap and draw toward the straight right leg. Inhale, lift yourself up. You'll have to be right at the edge of your chair seat to do these effectively. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. You can take your hands to the bent leg and just draw forward to bring your awareness to the back side of the legs. And inhale, lift yourself up. Now take your hands to both knees, bow forward with your hands at your knees. Inhale, lift yourself up and scoot yourself back so you're sitting with great support of the chair back. Allow your hands to rest. Allow your eyes to close. Take your attention to your breath. Soften your facial muscles. Allow your breath to create a felt sense of inner ease. You took a break today to do a nice chair yoga practice. As you take your attention to your breath, you just pause. Take this opportunity to pause and reflect on the actions that we did to set a nice foundation through opening our hips nicely, some shoulder and neck work, and some lengthening to the right side and the left side ribs. You use this time of Shavasana to just assimilate all the actions that you did in the practice. And in the tradition of yoga, place your hands right in front of your heart. We honor the practice that gives us the freedom to explore our bodies, to explore our breath. And to the teachings of yoga, we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for the practice.